Satnam, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jai Govind, and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. It's getting nipply over here in northern Arizona. And you guys know the drill, so I'm all bundled up, but excited to be here and talk about this freaking epic full moon in Gemini that's happening tomorrow. Of course, I'm excited because it's a moon in Gemini, and I'm very, very, very Gemini. But I'm even more excited because the moon is exactly conjunct my sun to the exact degree, 13 degrees. It's also very intensely aspected, and we're going to definitely talk about all of that. But first of all, I do want to say hi to everybody that's here. Hello, Jeanette. Welcome in. Hello, Anita. Rochelle. Hey, you know, I actually thought of you. I think it was today, like you crossed my mind. So we must have been telepathically communicating with each other. So glad that you're here. Linda, hello. Janice, welcome in. Kate, hello. Mary, Ash, Trina, and Gato, welcome in, everyone. And I'd love to see you in the chat. So if you're here and you're watching live, say hi and I'll say hi back. So what we're going to do in this video is cover the astrology, the human design, and the gene keys and the gene key of this full moon in Gemini. And I'll show you the charts on the screen, and we're just going to dive into this amazing kind of channeled epic broadcast that it ends up being. Hello, Lisa. Welcome in. Aloha. So before we get started on, the astrology of this full moon, I want to invite you to a couple of things. So first of all, we have our yearly Akashic healing retreat coming up on Monday. I'm going to share my screen real quick. And it is going to be a 5-day event. Here it is, so you guys can have a visual. Well, it's a 5-day event. It's called the Akashic Healing Chamber. Ashley and I are going to be running this event together. But essentially, we're going to be coming together every day for 5 days in a row at the same time. It's going to be 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And in these 5 days, we're going to guide you through various different activities, meditations, Akashic journeys, some journaling. We're even going to do an Akashic collective reading for everyone. And we do this because this is the time of year where we're wrapping up the year and we're getting ready to start this new energy. And it's a really beautiful time to reset and renew and replenish yourself. And it's all about self-care, self-love, all that good stuff. So I'm sending out an email tomorrow to everyone on the email list. And so you'll get that, and it's got the links of all the events. But I wanted to show you this because you'll have to have an account with us in the Mighty Network, which is the program that hosts our entire community. Our network is called Channel for Grace. When you click on the link that is in the description of the video, but also it's on my Instagram, I just made a post about it today, you get taken to the event page directly, and you can, if you don't have an account, create one and then RSVP. And if you do have an account, just RSVP. If you're not sure where to find the events, you're already in the community. After you are logged in, on the left-hand side, you have a tab. And you can't see it, but it says all events. And when you click on that, you can see all of the events that are coming up. So right now you could see we're live over here. Tomorrow we have our last Moon Goddess training practice session. Then the full moon Akashic reading. And I actually did want to talk about that in a second, but here's the 5 events. So you can RSVP to them individually. There's different Zoom links for each of them, but we'll be coming together in a Zoom meeting for these events. So that is one thing that I wanted to talk about. And the other one is that I actually just officially decided that I am going to do the full moon ceremony in a Zoom webinar, and it's going to be the same as it always is, meaning there's going to be the Akashic reading, but we're going to do Club Jai. And if you guys don't know what Club Jai is, essentially, I think this was like a couple years ago, where I love partying, meaning I used to be like, I used to go to clubs and shit like that. I think a lot of millennials did. But I love party music, and I love just like have a blast and have fun. And I feel like this full moon, because it's on my sun, because it's like really activated, that it's the perfect time for us to do an event like that. So I'm basically going to be like DJing in a Zoom webinar, and it's going to be amazing. And if you haven't come to these Club Jai experiences, definitely come check it out. It's like total, not the chill vibe. We're going to freaking party. So come check it out. Planted says we love Club Jai. So yeah, come check it. It's going to be awesome. Oh my God. And right now this is 13 in the chat. So it is what it is. And I can't wait to do the reading tomorrow. So we're not going to have a YouTube event. I may go live through the Zoom on YouTube for the first part, not the part with the music, just so that everyone on YouTube can see that it's happening, can receive the Akashic reading. But we're going to basically end the YouTube live when I start the music, obviously because of copyright stuff. But you can be in the Zoom meeting and the Zoom webinar directly and continue partying on. It's like after party, after party vibes. So that is that. So what I want to do now is let's just dive into this frickin' astrology, human design, and gene keys of this moon. So you should be able to see the chart on the screen. Let me know if you don't. But here it is. You've got the moon over here in Gemini at 13 degrees. Directly across it, you've got the sun at 13 degrees as well. What makes it so crazy, wild, and activating is the exact square to the nodes. If you see, you've got North Node at 13 of Pisces and South Node at 13 of Virgo. This is an exact grand cross, but it's a mutable cross. And the mutable signs are obviously Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. And mutable crosses, it's not like the fixed cross. It's not a fixed grand cross. It's a mutable cross. The mutable energy is flexible. It's movable. It can definitely feel unpredictable and a little wild. That's why we're going to do Club Jai. That's why we're going to party. Oh my God, I love that, Rochelle. Definitely come. She says she has the whole house to herself. So that's what makes this the most, like, one of the most potent moons, I think, of the entire year. Just that T-square or grand square. And whenever anything makes a square to the nodes, what essentially we're experiencing is it's a checkpoint. It's a karmic checkpoint where you get an opportunity to look back at the past, and then you get an opportunity to look forward into the future. And you are right at the middle. So the path forward is North Node. The path past is the South Node. And we get to check in with where we're at and where we have come from and where we're going, or at least the possibilities for the future, or at least the desire and the intuition for the future. So it's a major activation in that way. And it's calling you to essentially make a decision, to be completely honest. Like, it's about noticing and bringing awareness to where you're at, and then taking action. There's something that needs to be decided. There's something that needs to be figured out so that you can continue to move forward. It's a little bit, I always say, like, these T square to the nodes are a little bit like the Two of Swords, where you're sitting there and you've got these two swords, and this is definitely a mental energy, not mental as in crazy, but mental as in like of the thoughts of the mind. And there's something really powerful behind it also, because it's exactly 13 degrees. This is such a good, I'm having a matcha latte. It's so good. Okay. I just wanted to make everybody jealous. So I talked about this on Monday, but I recently had a conversation with Witecki, Christopher Witecki. And of course, I'm learning the step astrology from his course. I'm like reviewing all the replays. I'm doing the whole like watching the replays and taking notes again to really let it all sink in right now. And I texted him because my son, I mean, I could literally show you. My son is exactly at, let's do this and then let's switch it. So now my personal chart is in the middle. So my sun is exactly at 13 degrees of Gemini. So that means that the moon is exactly conjunct my sun, which means that the gene key that the moon is in is literally my life's work. It's also my brand. So hello, if you didn't know what I'm selling, this is what I'm selling. The energy of this full moon is what I sell. And I forgot to mention this, but soon we're going to start announcing the Aquarian Business School for Lightworkers, which Ashley and I are like reawakening. And we're going to run in January for anyone that's like wanting guidance, how to use the Pearl sequence, which is very much related to business, and actually get started on either a business idea or a business altogether or a business project to align, that is aligned with who you are. And everything is about, being aligned by design, which is the other program that we are currently offering that we just launched as well. You can look all this on look all of this up on the website, but essentially the brand is your sun sign. So this is my brand, and this is what we're experiencing right now. Hence why we're doing Club Jai. And this means that it's literally making a grand mutable cross exactly with my sun. So you can see like how freaking significant that is. But either way, that is the main activation that we're experiencing. Now we have to look at like what else is going on here with some of the other planets. Hello, Stick and Stone. So the ruler of this moon is Mercury, and Mercury is over here in Scorpio, which is a very deep and like powerful like energy of, oh my God, the deepest thoughts, the deepest truth that you could ever imagine is like showing up in the space of Mercury. And he's at 22 degrees, which is also like a sacred number. Numerologically, it's a master number. It's all about feelings though. And it's about tuning into like your feelings and then your feelings and your feelings. So this moon can feel very, very, very emotional and deep because Mercury, the ruler, is in one of the sign that takes us to the deepest depths of the freaking underworld to show us the truth. So there's no hiding from the truth right now is exactly what this means. So the other thing that's significant, I believe, is that there's two other planets that are also at 22 degrees. So it's very synchronistic when you have like the same number kind of repeated. It's the same as like when you see the same gene key in your hologenetic profile more than once. It's like a really important theme. Okay, we're having really important themes here with the numbers because you've got Mercury at 22 degrees, you've got Mars at 22 degrees, and you've got Chiron at 22 degrees. Like what? That's insane. So Chiron, being the wounded healer, is guiding us into, tuning into our feelings in terms of like this wound that we're collectively working to heal. And we're finding ourselves. We need to find ourselves. Mars is guiding us towards what action to take and telling us, trust your feelings, align with your feelings fully in order to be able to like do the thing that you need to do. The action that you need to take needs to be something that expands you, needs to be something that helps you grow and reach beyond your limit. That's Mars in Sagittarius. He's also in Ophiuchus. So is the sun in Ophiuchus. And this is the 13th sign. The sun in the 13th sign at exactly 13 degrees. Okay, it's a little bit crazy. So to me, that tells me that there's occult, deep, powerful occult knowledge that is like coming through at this time. So we could just like keep going on and on. It doesn't stop. There is also a beautiful grand trine in water with Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury. It's not exact, but it's within orb. And a grand trine in water is enhancing our intuition, activating also the emotional space. But it's definitely a heightened ability to feel and intuit into what is happening right now. So your intuition is very, very strong. There's also Neptune in Pisces as well, and he's at 29 degrees. So he's in a master number energy. He's like, yeah, he's getting ready to graduate the wheel, you know? He's like, I feel like Neptune at 29 is calling us to really master our spirituality. You know what I mean? Like full on. And we've been like moving through this energy. And then soon when we move into the new year, we're going to see that Neptune and Saturn are going to be officially done with this transit through Pisces, and they're both moving into Aries together, and they're going to conjunct at 0 degrees of Aries, which is like a total portal. And I can't freaking wait just to see how it all unfolds. We know that these are things that are like, they're already happening, but these themes get kind of heightened especially during full moons. So we've got this master level energy with Neptune. It's like, you don't really get to like have an easy way out here. Chiron is making a square to Jupiter. So there's a little bit of like, there's a lot of like third decan degrees here. And that means that there's a lot of higher level knowledge and energy. This is like master level energy that's around us. So I think it's like uplifting us, right? And I didn't finish telling you guys about what Christopher Witecki said. Yes, I told him that I asked him, I was like, am I going to fly off this planet with this moon in freaking Gemini exactly on my sun, step 13? And he thought that was really funny. And he was like, how do you feel? You know, because it's like enhancing feelings as well. We know the full moons do that. Oh, it's raining. It's like probably like ice rain. That was really crazy because it startled me. That noise. It's like little pellets. Okay, that's how cold it is. So we're, and it's funny. It's like this distraction here. So come back into the flow. And he was talking about what 13 degrees actually means. So 13 degrees, one is, it's the sun, it's I love. And 3 is, I believe. So coming together as a 4, step 4 would be a Uranus energy. And essentially, of course, I'm no expert, not even close to be an expert, not even close. But I have to talk about what I'm learning because I'm a mental projector. And when I hear myself talk, I'll actually learn it more. So essentially, as I am understanding it, and as he was saying, actually, he was like, 4 is like, it's Uranus, which is taking it to the next level. It's almost like an ascension journey. And he was also mentioning that there's 4 consecutive full moons at 13 degrees. We had one with Taurus. We had one now with Gemini. The next full moon is going to be in Cancer, and it's going to be at 13 degrees. And then the next full moon after that is going to be in Leo, and it's going to be at 13 degrees. So if this 13 degrees means like take it to the next level, well, this one is potent AF because it's being T-squared by the nodes. But essentially it's like, if you think about Taurus, it's take it to the next level. Humanity needs to move to the next level of values. And then with 13 Gemini, it's like humanity needs to move to the next level in the mind space, in our thoughts, and in our consciousness. If you think 13 degrees of Cancer, humanity needs to take it to the next level emotionally. And then 13 degrees of Leo would be humanity taking it to the next level in this aspect of love and creativity and passion and joy. So like, okay, like let's fucking go. You know what I mean? That's how powerful this is. The last thing I could mention is that we do have Uranus at 28 degrees of Taurus, and this means he's currently in the darkness to light portal. And this is the portal that starts on Algol at 26 degrees and moves to the light. Algol is the darkness. It's the demon star. It's Medusa. But we transmute that shadow into light when we enter into the Pleiades on Alcyon, which is 0 degrees of Gemini. And he is making a trine to Pluto, which is also interesting as well because Pluto is in Aquarius, which is the sign that Uranus rules. So it's like enhancing the energy. I think it is a beautiful kind of holding space for what we're experiencing right now, what we're being called into. And it's pretty freaking magical, don't you think? It's kind of wild. So I need to find, well, let me see if I can pull up I just want to, well, I guess I don't have to have it here, but I need to find my real quick because I didn't actually prepare this. It's the Seasons and Stargates book because I want to talk to you a little bit about that, what I wrote about in the book. And we're going to also talk about the gene key and the human design. So where you at, buddy? Okay. So you won't be able to see this, but I'm going to talk real quickly. And I'm very excited because I am definitely working on next year's book. And it's going to be every year it gets a little bit better, a little bit more expanded. And next year is no exception. It's going to be freaking amazing. So here we go. That's Leo. That's Cancer. And here we go. So you won't be able to, well, maybe I can show this to you actually. Hang on a second. Because if I can show it to you, even better. So let me go over here. Let me open this up. And let me see if this works. Cool. Hey now, you're an all-star. Okay, here we go. Nice. All right. So yeah, I love being a Gemini. I'm just kidding. Okay. So here we go though. This is the full moon in Gemini energy. And what I wanted to share with you is these pieces here. Let me see if I can, I can't zoom in. Oh, yes, I can. But this piece here, that the full moon is happening at 13 degrees of Gemini. It's activating Orion. The actual moon is on Orion, so that's pretty significant as well. Mercury is on Centaurus. We've got Saturn, but Neptune on Pegasus, and then the Sun and Mars on Ophiuchus, which I talked about. It's also the knees chakra, which is all about being flexible, finding flexibility on our path. It's connected to the respiratory system. So essentially it's the more you breathe, the more you can tune into your spirit, because the spirit is the inhale, it's the hum, it's the taking in of the information. And then the holding is heads, it's contemplation. And then the exhale is the hum, the releasing it. And then its spirit becomes matter. So the breath is always about spirit. So this is a really good time to do any kind of breath work exercises. So we'll do that in our Starseed membership with our meditation that I'll upload tomorrow for the full moon. We'll do a breathing exercise, which I freaking love. And then, of course, we've got the 35th gene key and the 35th gate. And this moon is happening on the second line, which is all about passion. It's also about flow. So passion, flow, and moving in like natural rhythm and pacing. So it's not forcing it. And it's also letting it be really, really natural. So this is an invitation to like let it be natural. I'll read the bottom part at the very, very end. Don't let me forget to read it. But let's actually go into the human design chart of this moon. So here we go. We have this human design chart and it shows us that the moon is on the 35th gene key, line 2. The sun is exactly opposing on the, gate, on the 5th gate, and also line 2, of course. And that the 35th gate is in the throat center, which is the center of expression. It's the center where everything in human design wants to go to the throat and wants to come out and be expressed and be manifested into the world. Now, the 35th gate is called the gate of change. It's also described as progress in the I Ching. It describes people who sample many different things in life in order to learn from them. And the 36th gate, which is the gate that's on the other side of it, is called the gate of crisis. It's called the darkening of the light. It's very much that like algal vibe. And those are people who are here to grow through profound emotional experience. The 35th gene key, which we'll look at in a minute, goes from the shadow of hunger to the gift of adventure to the city of boundlessness. And that's what we're being invited to. But the important thing here is that this moon is actually being, the channel of transitoriness, which is what this is called, is being complete with this moon. And you see the moon on the 35th gate, and then on the other end of the spectrum, you see Saturn on the 36th gate. So that means whenever you have a solar plexus to throat connection, these are emotions that literally come out through your voice. They are expressed out in some way. So let's read about the channel of transitoriness. Yours is a life rich in experience, though poor in meeting the expectations of your own mind or of others. Your deepest talent is for adventure, your goal, the wisdom that nothing lasts. These people are driven to constantly seek out new experiences in life. This is very me, by the way. I don't have this channel completed, but I do right now. And we all do right now with this full moon because of Saturn. So you'll feel the influence of this energy. Theirs is a journey of gathering wisdom through experience. The experiences they have are all part of a wider plan that eventually can give them great depth. However, their personal lives can often seem to pay the price if they do not understand how they operate. Since this is the creative channel of the sensing circuit, these people have a talent for adventure. This is so true. I love the Indiana Jones vibes, and that's why I love freaking going with Robert everywhere. They are driven by the genetic hunger for change. They move through one experience after another for the wisdom rather than the result of the experience. As they mature, they become more and more creative as they share their experiences, both good and bad, with others. They can be wonderful storytellers as they have so many fascinating experiences. This is also, this channel also activates the I've been there, done that kind of vibe because you've had so much experience. And the dilemma is that no experience is really personal because you are driven by a genetic need to experience something new. And so the minute that you have an experience and it's no longer new, it's almost like, oh, the balloon deflates and you're like needing to go find the other experience. The Gene Keys does a really good job of explaining this energy through the shadow of hunger. Makes sense, right? These people must wait to be emotionally clear. If they do not wait and things go wrong, they can get trapped in a repetitive loop of doing it again and again. It's also a manifesting channel because the channels that go directly to the throat from a motor become manifesting energy. So that's actually kind of cool. And it means that these people can also be deeply volatile when their experiences turn out differently from their expectations. But essentially, it's a very strong energy. That's what I'm trying to bring here, is that we're talking about emotions that must manifest. And they manifest through the lens of either the shadow of hunger, the gift of adventure, or the city of boundlessness. If we take a look at what are some of the other things that are going on, although that is the most important thing about this full moon in terms of the human design, we see that we've got the 34th gate. This is a powerful one. This is the gate of power, and expressing that power has to do with life force energy, expressing life force energy in the right way. That's where Venus is at. So that's significant. The 25th, we've got Neptune right there on the 25th. And that's the gate of the spirit of the self. And remember, he's at that 29th degree of Pisces, which is literally calling us to master our spiritual life. He's like, we're graduating, getting ready to graduate and begin again. A new story, a new beginning. It's going to be actually really exciting. That's why the new year is going to be like, whoa, like super wild. And then we're moving into the year of the freaking horse, which is also the fire horse, which is like, holy moly, like we're definitely like full speed ahead in the train. You know what I mean? So those are the things that kind of crossed my mind. I really just wanted to focus on, we've got throat, solar plexus connection, and this channel of transitoriness activated. So now let's continue to unfold what this 35th gate means by looking through the lens of the gene keys. So we can see here that the gene key is the 35th gene key, from hunger to adventure to boundlessness. Richard says this gene key has driven us with its hunger. Our deepest hunger is to fly once again, to sail up into the sky and become one with the divine, to be a bird in the skies of existence. This is also described as wormholes and miracles. And it's part of the codon ring of miracles, but it's the only gene key in the codon ring of miracles. It's got its own codon ring. I actually think we should read this part. So the shadow of hunger is the hunger of the species. The gift of adventure is inner space, the final frontier. And boundlessness is a back door into bliss. So what is this codon ring of miracles all about? So as the single heart of the ring of miracles, the 35th gene key brings the miraculous into the world. You're welcome. I'm just kidding. It opens up all kinds of possibilities to those who allow their minds to become like a child's. To the child, anything seems possible. This is the state of boundlessness. To activate such streams of miracles, you have to break free from the beliefs and limitations imposed by your mind and the world and those around you. Throughout history, men have flown, ascended, and dematerialized right before people's eyes. Anything is possible in the ring of miracles. It asks us to break the laws of form and to manifest miracles so that people can expand their awareness and open their hearts to a greater mode of being. Like, excuse me? That's my brand. Oh, I should clip that. But I mean, that's how freaking powerful this is, you guys. This 35th gene key is amazing. And of course, we have to read even deeper into this because we want to know, what exactly does this city of boundlessness mean? And I remember asking myself when I was first starting my Gene Keys, I'm like, what is boundlessness? Like, I understand hunger and adventure, but boundlessness? So first thing is I just want to share the repressive nature and hang on, I need to switch back to here so you guys can just see me. So I want to share the repressive nature and the reactive nature when you're in the shadow of hunger. So you might feel yourself in one of these two things if you're in the shadow, and the work is like, okay, you got to transmute that shadow into the gift of adventure and eventually boundlessness. So the repressive nature of hunger is bored. The repressed version of the 35th shadow is about boredom. And this is when the deep hunger within someone is thrust back into the unconscious. Such people are afraid of what their lives might become if they allow the hunger to dictate their direction. So they find ways to keep it beneath the surface. This inevitably leads to a profound sense of boredom as the hunger constantly bubbles up to the surface and tempts them in a new direction. Even though these people are bored, they may not know they are bored. It takes a huge inner strength to hold down such a genetic force. And the usual result of such pressure is a great reduction in a person's vitality and love of life. Their faces do not shine, their eyes are lifeless, and their lives are unadventurous and empty. Okay. The reactive nature, manic. The reactive 35th shadow is too busy to be bored. These are people who are so afraid of their lives being empty that they continually fill them with activity. They constantly look for external stimuli to fulfill their hunger. Thus, they move from one flower to the next in a kind of lustful frenzy. Such people become the great blamers of others for their circumstances, making it very difficult for them to maintain any lasting sense of commitment. They will try many different things in life, but will not manage to knit those things together to form continuity, nor will they garner true wisdom from their many varied experiences, since they're always disappointed in their expectations. The manic nature is driven by the deep urge to escape its own past and find the perfect place, person, or situation to fulfill its dreams. In wishing for such a state, these people miss the real gold, which is the adventure itself. I might really put myself out there over here with this, you guys. I don't know if anybody caught on to that. But actually, I think I need to be reading these shadow patterns for every new and full moon on this broadcast, because if you find yourself bored or manic during this full moon, you're in the shadow. Hello. Wake up. Okay, so now let's talk about the 35th city, boundlessness. My favorite, a back door into bliss. If you read every word of the 64 Gene Keys, you will gradually begin to realize that written into the structure of human DNA is a great evolutionary plan in which humanity will eventually transcend the human form itself. By the way, I'm reading from Richard Rudd's book. If you don't have it, you better get it. All individuals, families, racial groups, and gene pools are caught up within this master plan, which appears to have its own hidden timing. Yet, within this master genetic plan, the 35th gene key stands out as an anomaly, as though the gods who designed the machine put in a hidden shortcut through which any individual could bypass the laws of timing built into the machine itself. I like. This is precisely what the 35th gene key is. A time machine? A hidden wormhole. I'm a hidden wormhole that leads to a vast realm beyond our comprehension. I'm fucking loving this. It leads right to the heart of the 35th city, the city of boundlessness. The interesting thing about the 35th gene key is that it breaks all genetic laws. It allows human beings to take charge of their evolution and outwit the global genetic program. Are you guys ready for this? Just as the 35th gift breaks laws, so does the 35th city. It invites human beings to expand their consciousness so far that they leave the sphere of evolution altogether. As we saw, the 35th gift still contains traces of fear, since fear is what gives the edge to the adventure of life. At the level of the 35th city, the fear is gone because you are gone. The adventure is over. Boundlessness is consciousness. I just got full body chills. There is nothing further to say about the 35th city. However, one can say things about the 35th city from within the Maya of the mind. Very mental projector-like of you. However, this 35th city of boundlessness has great pulling power, even as a concept. If you can entertain the concept of boundlessness in your daily life, then you're automatically drawing yourself away from the lower frequencies. Very few human beings can handle the concept of boundlessness because it has a diffusing effect on your mind. It invites you to move out of your mind and into the heart. It is really the heart that knows no bounds, which is why consciousness is the same word as love. Damn! Along with its polarity, the 5th city of timelessness, which, by the way, that's where the sun is. The 35th city forms the arc of the infinite. There are no boundaries to life, and there can be no beginning and no end. Even though through the 64 gene keys we see that human evolution will one day come to an end, it will nonetheless progress to another form and then another and another. Within our modern scientific worldview, astrophysicists tell us that we can measure the size of the universe and that it has a finite age. Through this 35th gift and its city sitting there in our DNA, we know that these are half-truths because somehow implanted within us lies the concept of infinity. No mind will ever solve the mysteries of the universe, of time and space, because mind is only a tiny facet of those mysteries. The heart, or what some people call the heart mind, chills again, is the only aspect within a human being that can unlock the mystery of boundlessness. So what can the 35th city tell us? It can tell us one thing, that pure unconditional love can break all the laws of the cosmos. Whenever you taste even a fraction of this kind of love, anything becomes possible. Because we inhabit a form and live in a world where magic seems impossible, more and more human beings are turned away from the truth that anything in the universe is possible. When the city of boundlessness enters the world, it allows consciousness to penetrate right into the heart of the matter, which bends the laws of matter. Such acidic being represents a shortcut through evolution itself. And many people can experience huge awakenings and miracles around such a being. You're welcome. I'm just kidding. As the single heart of the Ring of Miracles, the 35th city brings the miraculous into the world. It opens up all kinds of possibilities to those who allow their minds to become like a child's. To the child, anything is possible. This is the state of boundlessness. Sat fucking nam, you guys. To activate such streams of miracles, you have to break free from the beliefs and limitations imposed on your mind by the world and those around you. The 35th city dispenses with all boundaries and limitations imposed by the mind. Throughout history, men have flown, ascended, and dematerialized right before people's eyes. At the level of the 35th city, anything is possible. Of all the 64 cities, perhaps with the exception of the 60th, this 35th city has but one purpose: to break the laws of form and to manifest miracles so that people can expand their awareness and open their hearts to a greater mode of being. It is because of the 35th city that the traditional meaning of the word city as a spiritual power has come into the world. In Eastern tradition, different pantheons and systems number different cities. The cities are generally seen as distractions along the path of liberation. But in the case of the 35th city, they are a natural manifestation of liberation itself, arising out of the state rather than preceding it. Simply to be in the presence of a true miracle is to open your eyes to a whole new horizon. I've been trying to tell you guys. It can change your life and open your heart in a single mind-bending, reality-shattering experience. In this respect, the 35th city also finds a strong connection to the 22nd city of grace. Since it is grace, I'm going to cry, that decides when, where, and to whom a miracle will occur. The very existence of the 35th gift and its city is a testament to the power of grace. We can draw great comfort from the fact that deep within the DNA of each and every one of us, the 35th city lives as a constant reminder of the infinite possibilities of a life lived in the name of love. Damn. I'm legit crying over here, guys. Sat fucking nam, yo. And that is my life's work. Fucking epic. Oh, that just felt so good to read that. And I forgot about the mention of grace. And I remember telling the story. It was like when I came up with Channel for Grace, I didn't even know about the gene keys. Okay. All right. Let's get it together over here. Okay, what I want to show you next is I want to read to you this. So this is what I wrote about this moon in the book. This is the channeled message. Like Sebastian does before he tuk, 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 tuk. Take a deep breath. You stand at a point of fate, gazing straight at the sun. The light blasts you with sacred codes to awaken the Kundalini. You feel this energy rising, dissolving all doubt and insecurity. You will only survive by letting your inner child guide you forward. No adults allowed in this space. Why? Because this is a place of boundless possibilities, which only the mind of a child can truly grasp. There is nothing to know, nothing to understand, only freedom, adventure, and a boundless universe. In order to proceed, here are the rules of the game. If you look back, you get petrified. What the fuck was I on when I wrote this? When you look back, you get petrified in fear. If you look forward with desire, You get lost in the illusion. You must look straight ahead, knowing that you have no idea what lies in front of you. You close your eyes and jump into the infinite void. The void will catch you, but can you surrender? There will be no clarity in the moment. Turbulent emotions may follow, but you surrender to the experience. Believe in the unbelievable and magically watch the miracles unfold. You must dance your way through this one. Let the games begin. Oh my God, I can't with this shit, you guys. This is too freaking funny. Okay, this is the energy of this moon, okay? This is what it is. It's that freaking comical, hilarious, like it's gonna have you freaking laughing your head off. I hope so anyways. So tomorrow, yeah, this is wild. Tomorrow we are going to meet for our Hunger Games. It sounds like some Hunger Games shit. I know, that's why it's hilarious. Okay, but we're going to meet tomorrow for, I'm going to do an Akashic reading, but I'm going to do Club Jai. Okay, so we're going to straight up fucking party like it's 1999. I'm going to DJ a party tomorrow night. But you have to come to the global community to be a part of the party. It's going to be a Zoom webinar that you'll have access to. It's free. You just have to access it through the global community. I'm probably going to go live on YouTube for the first part of it, but there won't be like a premiere video. But I'll go live for the first part of the reading, and then I'll invite everyone on YouTube to come and join us in the global community for the after party. I'm telling you now, so you could set up your account if you haven't created it and join us for the event. The event is already set up. You can already RSVP to it. So please do that if you're planning on coming, so I can see how much fun we're going to have. Thank you guys all so much for being here, for being a part of this community. And I am so freaking jiving with this full moon. Let's fucking go. And I'll see you tomorrow. Sat Nam.